All right, guys, so we're going to be making today two different kinds of corned beef brisket in two different ways. I have a point cut and I have a flat cut, and we'll talk about those two different cuts of meat when I start cooking. But the first one we're going to do is the point cut, and we are going to glaze it with the brown sugar and spicy honey mustard combo, and then we're going to do that one in the oven. And this one over here, the flat cut, we're going to do that in the crock pot, and we're going to do that with the cabbage, potatoes, and carrots. So you all stay tuned. For those who like corned beef, you are going to love this video. All right, YouTube, so today we're going to be doing our corned beef brisket. We have two different kinds. There's a point cut and there's a flat cut. The difference between the point cut is the point cut has more fat on it. So it kind of has more flavor, and people think it tends to be more tender than the flat cut, because the flat cut is more lean. But we're going to be doing something with both of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. One of the things that I did leave out in the video is my onions. The first brisket that we're going to do in the crock pot, and we're going to slow cook it for 4 hours on high. After about 2 hours, we're going to come back and we're going to cut up our cabbage, cut up our potatoes, and place in our carrots. But first we want to let it cook a couple of hours on its own. Let's see. Let's get this open. And guys, we want, for the one in the crock pot, we're going to use the juices. The juices are, it's just a brine that the corned beef is actually in. And they also give you these seasoning packets that you can use for it. We will be using that. What I'm also going to do is take the juice from the other one, because I'm not going to use its juice when I do this one. So I'm going to take this juice, and that way I don't have to put water in it in this one, the one I'm doing in the crock pot. So I'm going to put that juice down there, and all of this juice basically is going to really be for the cabbage. It's going to help season the cabbage. The thing about corned beef, you guys, is the corned beef, you do not need to add no salt in this corned beef. No salt whatsoever. Place this one over here. And I'm going to use both packets for this one, because it's, like I said, it's going to help season the potatoes and the cabbage and the carrots that we're going to add. I'm not going to be using that seasoning, the packet seasoning, with the one that I'm going to be placing in the oven. And we'll show you what I'm going to do with that first. So basically this is the corned beef for the slow cooker. We'll add some cracked pepper. And like I said, we're going to put this in a crock pot. We're going to put it on high for 4 hours. After 2 hours, maybe 1.5, we'll come back and we're going to add the cabbage and some potatoes. And I use yellow potatoes for this because yellow potatoes hold up better. So the yellow potatoes and the carrots. And that is going to be for the first corned beef. All right, now, you guys, with this corned beef, what I did, I went ahead and rinsed it off because we're going to do something different. What we're going to do is, we're just going to roast this in the oven, but we're going to put a brine on it. And what I have is about a half a cup of brown sugar. And we have spicy brown mustard. We're going to mix this together. And you can put as much brown sugar or as much mustard in as you like. There's no right or wrong way, guys, to do this. And I also preheated my oven to 375. The corned beef that's in the crock pot is 3.1 pounds, and this is only 2.5 pounds. So you might not even need all this brine that I just made for all of this, but we're gonna slather it on there and we're not going to cover it. Now, guys, all we want to do now is rub this all over. And we're going to do the fat side up on this little one. So we're going to put this in the oven. Probably about, because this is so small, probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll come back and check it. But we're not going to put a top on it. We're just going to set it in there like that and see what it does. So hang on and hold tight for the finished products. All right, everyone. So this is our corned beef that we had in the oven. And what I did, it cooked for 2 hours on 375. After that, I brought it out and I sliced it. And then I put it back in the oven, actually, for another 45 minutes. Because I wanted to really soak up the juice that we made for it. So I'm just kind of transferring it to the plate. And I like my corned beef sliced. You can shred this corned beef, but I actually like it better when it's sliced. And this is the first corned beef. And you can make sandwiches with it. You can eat it plain. However you want to eat it, you know, it's up to you. We are still cooking the corned beef and cabbage. I'll be back in a few to show you how that turned out. All right, guys, so we're back with the corned beef that we put inside the crock pot. It's been in here for actually 4 hours. I let it cook. I wanted to cook a little bit longer than I said, an extra hour. So what I'm doing now, because it's actually done, but we're gonna put it back in here with the vegetables. And the first thing I want to add in here, also while it was cooking, I went and added some garlic, minced garlic, and a bay leaf also. So we're gonna add in our potatoes. And I'm adding the hardest things to cook. And then We're gonna add in our cabbage. We're gonna add in some of the carrots on top. Because these are the easiest to cook out of the three. So now we're just going to let this cook down. Once it cooked down, you guys, we'll put our corned beef back on top and we'll show you the finished product. So, all right, you all, we are back with the finished product. This is our corned beef with our cabbage, potatoes, and carrots. What we did is we allowed the corned beef to cook for 4 hours. And then I took the corned beef out and let it rest. And then I cooked the cabbage, potatoes, and carrots by itself in the crock pot for 1.5 hours. Then I cut up the corned beef and I laid it back in the pot so it all warm up together. But this is the finished product. Like I said, you don't have to add any salt to the cabbage and the potatoes because the saltiness and the brine from the corned beef actually flavored all your vegetables. Another thing I'm going to do in another video is show you all the corned beef sandwiches that we make with our leftover corned beef. So please like and subscribe to this video. We had 2 different type of corned beefs, one in the oven and one in the crock pot. My family preferably likes the one in the crock pot. I don't know why, they just do. I take either or. But this is the finished product. Like I said, if you like corned beef, if you never have tried it before, I would recommend this video to you or whoever else who may wants to try making corned beef and cabbage or just roasting it in the oven. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Please make sure you hit the notification button so that you'll know when I upload videos, and also share these videos with your friends and family, trying to get our subscribers up. So you all have a blessed evening.